Hello friends, hope you are good. This is our lecture number 43 and we are looking into the unit number 5, that is design of engine component. In today's lecture we are going to look into the piston skirt design. Okay, so let's get started. Here is your numerical on piston skirt, that is you have to find out the capital L. Okay, total length. The skirt is nothing but the total length of the piston. So you have to design the skirt length of the piston. Second, where is the laser pointer? Over here. Okay, with the given data of petrol engine, maximum pressure inside the cylinder is 4.5 Newton per mm square and the piston diameter is 70 mm. Side thrust is limited to 8% of the maximum load on the piston. So this is something new for you, 8% of the maximum load on the piston. And allowable bearing pressure is given as 0.3 Newton per mm square. Also we have to draw a neat sketch of that piston. Okay, neat sketch of piston as well as numerical. So that means this must be 8 marks question. Okay, this must be 8 marks question. So let's find out the correct answer. So here is the given data. P max is 4.5 Newton per mm square. Then the piston diameter, that is capital D, is 70 mm. Then the side thrust is given as 8%. 8% convert it into the fraction, that is 8 divided by 100, you will get 0.08. Okay, so side thrust is 0.08. Then PB is as 0.3 Newton per mm square, that is bearing pressure. So first let the normal side thrust is acting on that piston skirt is capital R, and the total force produced due to the combustion is capital F. Okay, R and capital F is the normal side thrust and the total force. Then you know the P max is whatever maximum pressure is inside the engine. Then D is the capital diameter of the piston. So first of all we have to find out the total force produced due to the combustion. It is given by the formula F equal to P max into pi by T square, that is P into area. How you will calculate the force? Force is nothing but the pressure into area. Okay, P into area. So in this case area is pi by 4 d square because piston is circular in diameter. So find out the force, total force first. Then total first equal to 4.5 into pi by 4 70 square. So you will get 17.318 into 10 to the power 3 Newton. This is the total force. Then you have to find out the normal side thrust. So it can be calculated by the 8% of force, total force. Okay, because side thrust is given by 8%. First of all let me explain you what is the side thrust. This is the normal piston of yours. Okay, so whenever your piston moves upside uh, in up moment, so it will create side thrust, or it will forces your piston to cylinder liner as well as on cylinder walls, so it will create the side thrust. Okay, so it what is given in this numerical, the side thrust is limited to 8% of maximum load. What is maximum load? Total force. Okay, total force inside the piston is capital F, and this is the 8% limited. Okay, so side thrust is 8% limited. It must not be more than the 8%. For example, if your force is 100, your side thrust must be not more than 108 Newton. Okay, so this will clear you. if the total force is 100 Newton, so side thrust must not be greater than the 108 Newton. Okay, so now come to the your answer over here. So side thrust is given by 0.08 into total force. It is approximately 1385.44 Newton. Okay, so you can see the difference 17 and the 13. Okay, now we have capital R and we also have the capital F. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out the total length of that skirt. So let L1 is the length of the piston skirt. Try to recall the previous lectures. We already look into these empirical relations. The piston skirts act as a bearing inside the liner. So we have capital R equal to L1 into D into PB, where L1 is the length of the piston skirt, and we have to find out this term only. Now you have R, you have capital D, and you have PB. Put on the all terms over here and find out the L1. So by rearranging these terms, you will get L1 equal to 1385.44 divided by 70 into 0.3. Now you have to give me the answer. Use your calculators, put these all values in your calculators, find out the value and put into the comment section box. Okay, give me the answer. L1 equal to what? Quickly, L1 equal to what? Okay, so this is the procedure. What we have to find out the L1, that is length of piston skirt. This is the also a theoretical and important question from exam point of view. This may be asked for 4 marks in your regular end semester examination. You have to state any 4 requirements of piston material. Okay, you have to state 4 requirements of piston material. Each requirement of material carries 1 mark equally. So here is the requirements of piston material. It must be high thermal conductivity, that is K must be high. Okay, K, capital K. Then the low density for lightweight and less inertia forces. Then it must be good tensile strength, or it must be more wear to strain, and it must be corrosion resistance. There are several number of properties over here, 6, 7, 8, but you have to write down the only 4. Okay, so we will stop here. Okay, see you in the next lecture. Keep practicing.